So here in Boise, we get a lot of days where you just have completely blue skies like this, and you could see the sun just beating straight down overhead. It makes it pretty hot. I mean, when I touch this, it's relatively hot, and you know, there's not a whole lot of protection when you have black seats like this. My previous Tesla had white seats, not yellow seats, had white seats, and they didn't get as hot. So, you know, if you park this for an extended period of time at a, you know, in a parking lot where there's no shade, the seats can get pretty hot, and also just driving, it takes a lot for the air conditioning to keep up with the heat coming off of the glass above. I've been wanting for a while is to get one of these sunroofs for the car, but I didn't want any of the like kinds that you have to stick up there, and I certainly didn't want to have to affix anything to the ceiling. Like, I wanted to just be non-intrusive to the actual vehicle itself, so if I wanted to take it off, it wouldn't affect anything on the liner, the headliner. And then also the other thing is, I mean, it is so nice having that full panoramic glass, so I want to make sure that we preserve part of that glass. So like, I didn't want anything that was going to cut or obstruct too much of the ceiling. So that was the criteria for something I was looking for, and so what I've settled on is this retractable roof here that I'll show you. And the reason is I like the fact that I can keep it open if I want, and then just put the push of a button to close it, and then I don't have to kind of manually put something up and take it down every time I want to use it. Here's the box that this thing came in. I mean, it's an absolute monster. So I'm gonna open this up. We'll show you what's inside, and then we'll get it installed. Here's the contents of what's in the actual bag, and it looks like they've given you kind of two different setups here. One includes a cigarette adapter for the 12 volt adapter in the back of the car. The other is if you're going to just directly integrate it into the vehicle. But here's everything that is included in the bag, and what we'll actually be using are these two black kind of brackets, the electrical wire harness that they've provided. They do give you a couple screwdrivers. There's some electrical tape, there is a orange crowbar there, and then that 3M adhesive that goes on the top when you're finished, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then, as I mentioned, we won't use any of the cigarette adapter portions here. We're going to directly integrate this into the car. Here's the actual sunshade component here. You can see the fabric of this headliner. It matches exactly the interior of the Model Y. And here's the button control to go forward and back. So this is what we'll be putting into the car. This is the back side of it. And you can see it has all the motor and wire harnesses all kind of built into it directly. So the first thing you got to do is access the wire harness that's directly behind this 12 volt adapter. And that's going to require peeling back this weather stripping or this rubber sealant. So they've given you this little orange crowbar that you can use, but also you could just use your fingers and just kind of peel back. And it simply comes, you just got to grab the part of the liner and kind of separate the two, and right back here you can see the wire harness itself. There is a clip right here that you just need to separate. If you stick your finger in there, you can pull it back, and then you can get your hand in here to grab the harness and kind of pull it out of the assembly. Okay, and then you're just going to separate these two by pushing on the back end. Okay, and then this part of the wire harness that they provided will clip right into the part you removed, and then you will join the other part so that you can complete that circuit. And now it has one extra little cable hanging off, which we are going to then wire up towards the back seats. So it's going to go up through the weather stripping and kind of follow this trail here up into the back seats here, and we're going to stick it up underneath this headliner. gave us some tape here, so I'm going to use this. Unfortunately, I think a coat hanger would be great. I don't have a coat hanger, so I'm just going to try using this ruler just to fish this cable through the top here. So I'm going to tape, using the tape they've given us, I'm going to tape it to this ruler. So when you pull this down, you can see there's quite a bit of insulation in there, so we're going to try and go right underneath this, stick this under there. Okay, and then here I will reach my hand in and just connect the two wire harnesses together so that the sunshade is connected to the power, and then just run this cable back underneath the headliner. And then you can see here are these 3 metal hooks on the back, the black hooks. They just need to kind of fit up under the headliner here. So go ahead and do that. One side of this is felt, and on the other side you have a single kind of screw here. This is going to slide underneath the windshield here like this, as far as it can go, and then up here there is a corresponding screw hole that is going to line into that. And that's really the only screwing you're going to do, is screwing the actual piece here into the part they've given you. There's no actual drilling into the car or anything like that, which is why I like this solution, because it's relatively easy to take in and put out if you were to sell the car or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, and once those are in, then this is pretty much ready to go. We'll check the power and see how it works. Okay, so here's the finished product. So you can see how flush it is with the actual material of the car. So this is the part that came with it. Here's the car itself, and they fit very flush. And then you still have a decent amount of sky view, certainly less, I mean about 5 inches on each side, but it does look nice. Now you can see up towards the front here, you can see this being exposed. There is a piece of black like Velcro that you can put across here to make it look a little bit more smooth, a little bit more finished, but I'll show you what it looks like here closed momentarily. Here's what it looks like once you put the black felt up here. Does give it a little bit better look. You just can't see the screws, so I like that a little better. So all you have to do is hit this button. Right now it's in the closed position. If I hit the other button, you'll see it start to retract, or start to close I should say, relatively smooth. Okay, and so that's what it looks fully closed. So it is kind of a new feeling to this car, having a roof here from the back with the top closed off. So relatively easy installation. I feel like I could pop this out if I needed to. There is, some small cracks and things you'll see here if you really investigate this thing. But again, it's for being able to just fit in the car without any modifications to the actual structure. Don't have to drill any holes, do any real major wiring. This is a very easy solution, and it also looks really nice, and it gets the job done. So, I'm pretty happy with this shade. Want to take this for a quick ride with the shade in. One, to give you an idea of, I guess, how it looks in the car. It should just be a little darker. But also I want to hear if it's going to rattle, or if there's any, I don't know, shiftiness from it. So far so good. I've already hit a couple bumps and nothing has really moved or made any acoustic noise. I'm going to go over some speed bumps. I know there's some up here, and we'll just see what happens if there's any rattling at all. I gotta say, it already really does feel cooler in here. I don't know if that's just me or just having a little bit of shade. All right, here's a speed bump. So yeah, this thing is it's wedged in there pretty good. I mean, it's not really moving at all. There's another bump. Yeah, so at this point, this thing seems pretty quiet. And then in terms of just driving, and if we wanted to open it, just push the button while it's going, while the car's going, and you're back to the. And you could leave that halfway if you really wanted. If you got kids in the back and they only wanted, shade in their side, you could do something similar to this. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you think this is something you would potentially put in your car. Thanks for watching.